So that was that. Just so you know, like that's what happened. Anyway, yeah, feel free to hang out here and wait for the next stream to start. If they are going to be doing one, message Dylan. I'm going to see if Mike D might be interested in commentating. I'm trying to get him set up with Commentator Studio and get him trained on it.
Okay.
So I was about to do that before I was called into this emergency to jump on.
Oh, I appreciate it. Commentating by yourself is a brutal task. I think we had 75 people at the most that I seen there watching that, so that's awesome.
It was a lot of live viewers, man. Wow, I was surprised. I was very surprised.
Just careful. I think they just started the new live stream, so we might go live here in a second. So if you wanted to bounce out.
Yep. All right. I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.
Looks like we're running it back, deducting the spot, so it's going to be an 11-11 race. Looks like they may be just warming up a little bit for it. I'm going to grab myself a beverage till they get started. All right. Looks like we're off to the races. Looks like we switched up the game to 8-ball. Little run back after Dylan and Martin won the first set. Looks like they may be posting it to the Facebook pages so folks can tune in and know that it's happening. A little bit of a congestion down or up by this top right corner pocket. I think that if he can play the combo and get onto the one, he's likely to play the solids. That's what he's looking at now. It looks like it's kind of heading close to the point. Might be able to play this with a touch of inside and some draw and kind of get it to throw into the pocket. Or he might just cut it directly in. I'm not exactly sure. I tried playing the carom into the combo, but didn't quite work out. Not sure who's up to shoot. Looks like David's coming to the table. He's likely to try and cut that one if it's enough of the ball to do so. Solids here definitely look like the more favorable of the two suits. If it's not cuttable, he might elect to pocket the two and kind of fabricate a shot onto the one. The 1-2 combo may be available now that I'm looking at it from that aspect as well. Got a little bit of an insurance with that 2 sitting there, so they clear a couple of these balls out to get there. Key to this rack's going to be the 5 to the 1 ball. You got to get on the right line to have just enough of an angle on that 1 combo to the 2 to have a shot afterwards. Little close to the rail and somewhat straight, so it's going to be a little bit of an elevated stun shot here. Some speed on it. Pretty well handled there by Kyle. This angle lends well if you kind of play the combo where you catch the rail first. Ensure that the one frees up above to give you a look on it. Just like that. A little bit of distance, but he appears to be straight enough just to draw back a foot or two and be straight in on the 8. Maybe a little bit of a cut there, so he kind of came in the middle table. David's favored to make this 8 ball and get him out to the first lead in 2 sets. Nicely handled. I had stepped out and missed who broke first on the last ones. I assume that they're probably still doing the alternating break, so see what the format is here. I think they're doing rack your own, so it looks like David to break. Aaron Wilson tuning in for the rematch, saying let's go. Good little rematch action. Nice solid break there. Cue ball and center table. Give yourself lots of opportunities. I think I kind of prefer stripes with this layout. Taking elected on the most difficult ball first here, the 9 ball. Handles it well, doesn't want to tie that 15 up. Might play the 14 with a little bit of high inside. Nudge into that 6 ball preferably. Might do it with here as well. A couple of different options. Uh-oh. The rolls have not seemed to gone David and Kyle's way in either of the sets. Difficult position here. I think your main goal here is to not give up ball in hand and not break up that 6-15. He's electing the kick at the 10. 3 rails. I think the 7 ball plays a little bit big in this path, but if you can avoid it, he's got a good chance to hit it. Yeah. Ooh, and breaks out the 6. Dylan and Martin now given an opportunity to tie up the... That 4 ball doesn't go on the side. It's a difficult spot to make that ball. Looks like he's playing the 7 ball and trying to break it out here. You got to be a little careful. Don't want to hit anywhere on the right-hand side of that 4 ball, otherwise the scratch plays large in this line. Got it broken out, but 8 ball might impede into it being able to play into the side pocket. He might be able to pocket this 2 and play into the 8 and kind of use that as a combo for the 4. A lot going on in that shot, though. Weighing out his options. It's difficult to tell with the camera angle here if that 4 can play in either of the corner pockets, but it looks like it's right up on that 8 ball. If it does play past the 8, we'll definitely see that shot come out right now. It's looking at it real close. Possibility to put some outside English and slow roll and kind of throw it into the pocket here too. Come too full into the 8, it might block your line on the 3 afterwards. Kind of a sticky situation. Looks like it does go. Draw back a little bit for the 3. May have been a little bit short on the 3 ball there. Body language kind of makes me think that that is the case. If Martin can cut this 6 in, should be curtains for this rack. Likely to lend natural shape onto the 2 into the side. Not an easy shot, that's for sure. Could always elect to play safe, kind of hitting the 6 ball up underneath of the 10 and leaving it on that bottom rail, but I don't know if I like that as really a game winner. I think he's kind of forced to cut the 6 in here. Elects to play safe. I like that solution. Think the 11's still cuttable, but kind of losing your cue ball a bit. You got to be careful of not glancing off the 3 and scratching. Oof. Makes it as a couple of options. If he's got a little cut on that 15 like it looks like, you can kind of draw back out to the center table for the 14. I think the 10 ball plays a little bit more natural shape. Come out 2 rails, long rail to long rail. Didn't quite have the draw that he was intending on it there. Now he's leaving shot into the side pocket for the 15. Needs a little bump here to give something up. I think he's likely to cut it up into this upper pocket here with some draw, kind of bending the cue ball around this path and back over into here where it's not giving up too much if it hangs up, but gives a shot on the 8. Very tough shot though. A little bit wide or undercut. Gives Dylan and Martin an opportunity to go 6-3-2-8. Or he's electing to get on the 2 now. Kind of in between. But should be fine here. Thin the 2 in, kind of kill into the 14 ball there and have a look at the 3. To take on the 3. Needs to slow down. Very thin cut on the 2 ball from here. Kyle Sherman in the chat. 8 ball even race is correct. Is 14 gonna clear? It is. Nice thin cut there. Followed up by 1 should make it 1-1. He's definitely thinking about the potential scratch line here a little bit. Bit of bottom left, kind of bend it out, but you got to watch out for the opposing side pocket drawn into that. Nicely done, though. Thin to win. 2 thin cuts gets them out of that rack. Looks like Dylan's gonna break. I think it's wrecking your own. Correction, Martin to break. Oh, a little bit cut shot on that, goes straight into the side. Let's see here. A little bit of a cluster in the center table there. Kind of pick your poison between having the 12 ball as a tough ball or the 4 ball being your. I think if the 4 ball plays down the bottom corner, he might try and draw back onto the 1 from here. Electing to play the stripes though. Curious to see if he'll play this. I think it's the 11 ball in the top right, slow speed, and try and get on the 12, but you don't get there. It's a very tight window to hit. Pretty straight on this 10 ball. Probably going to see him draw straight back. A little bit of bottom. Yeah, or he had enough angle to stun over for it. You're going to need to get on this 12 ball here pretty soon. If he can stun this on along this line, might be able to get there with this shot. Got right on that 3rd line. Might have to play rail first. Nice shot though. Split that 2 and that straight ball there in the center table. I think it's the 12 ball. That combo is straight in. You hit it good enough, it might leave it where you can play that first ball into the side pocket with some top. Man, you got to hit this real pure. Unless he can see directly into the 9, it kind of looks like he's shooting directly at the 9. The jump, oh, he's jumping. Let's see. Oh. Good effort. Pretty open table for Dylan and Martin to try and get out from here. Clearing those center balls early on is a good move. Dylan gets him in prime position to have plenty options of how to clear these rack. Draw back about 4 to 6 inches here would be perfect. Stuns back out and over. Keeps the line wider that way. Like that. Especially if he can cheat the 6. Get on the 7. Might be using the 7 for the key ball here to play the 8 in the left side pocket. A little overjuiced there. Still should be okay. Needs to slow down or bump into that ball, but looks like it may have rolled just into the hook. Yeah, it looks like he's kicking one rail at it. Or he's going for his jump cue. No, he's kicking. I like the kick shot from here.
Hey, Trevor, I'm back in the commentary booth with you again.
Couldn't stay away, huh?
I thought I'd join back for just a little bit of time, and I think we're going to have Zach Zager back. He's going to be coming back into the booth just probably another 15, 20 minutes or so. So I'll join you for until that time, and then I'll jump out.
All right. Sounds good. Glad to have you. Like I said, talking amongst yourself to open air is a challenge. But
yeah, you got to have someone to bounce ideas off of. But yeah, so they're playing a second set, and I saw the weight was gone. So now they're playing straight up, which makes sense since the underdog won by 4. You wouldn't give up that game of weight in a second set.
Yeah, and they switched over to 8-ball too. So I like that move from David and Kyle. Like I said, I think that they just had a few little unforced errors in that last set, being able to run it back even up in 8-ball.
Okay. Bar box 8-ball. 8-ball is my favorite game to play on a bar box. In fact, I think that that's what the table is meant for, in my opinion. Personally, I believe rotation should be on a 9-foot table to really get the true enjoyment out of the game, and I prefer 8-ball on a bar box because I think the strategies of breaking out those little clusters and doing those delicate shots is an interesting twist to the strategy.
Yeah, you got to play a very technical game with bar box 8-ball the majority of the time, playing very particular pattern play to not be nudging balls when you don't need to, and it's a very touchy game. A lot of things can go awry in bar box 8-ball just because there's so much congestion. So I definitely enjoy bar box 8-ball on the 7-footer more than any other game, especially the commentate on, because
I agree. It's way more fun to commentate because there's so many different patterns, and it's interesting to hear the different perspectives on how to play out the rack. So, breaking from the first diamond, essentially, good head ball hit, pockets a ball, and not a great opener here.
Yeah, I'm looking at maybe the 15 ball down there is maybe your easiest pot from here.
Yeah, looks like that's the play. It's the only shot, isn't it? Is there any other shot to go for?
Yeah, you got to draw back about 1.5 feet or go forward. He had a little bit of an angle there.
Oh, this is nice. If they can take care of the 11-14 here, they're in good shape to clear the rack.
Yeah, he may have a little bit of a cut where it's heading towards the 14, so it gets tight. If he can shoot a stop shot here, it's obviously ideal.
Yeah, I do think you're right. I think he's got that little angle. He might be using the 3 ball here, or use the rail. Inside. Yeah,
got a little bit above it. Now you're kind of forced to interact with the 2 and the 3. I think playing with inside and kind of coming 2 rails back up. Oh, he was able to clear right between them. Does he get a look at the 10?
I believe he does. It's not getting any easier for them. They still got to avoid traffic here with the 7 ball could come into play if it does have a look at the 10.
Looks like he may have grabbed a different cue. I'm not exactly sure there, but yeah, if he could have got onto that 13 from there, he'd have been in prime location. Maybe it does look like a jump cue in his hand.
It is. Yep. It's going airborne. I'm not sure which one he's calling. He's got 3 options. That would have been the one I would have chose. I can't believe the cue ball stayed on the table there.
Oh, that's what we call the rail grinding. Yeah, that just bounced 3 times on the rail. It looked like there, stayed on the table.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay on YouTube. It looks like it bounced over the corner pocket on the rail, and somehow didn't go off the table and didn't scratch. A little wild.
Yeah. Little fortunate to tie up that 2 ball. It may go into the bottom left corner once the 3 ball's out of the way.
That's the first thing I'd be looking at. See. And that's what he looks like. He's kind of getting over to C.
If it clears before the 3, that's even better for him because not sure if he was trying to get on the 3 there or hold for the 4. Kind of came a little bit in between both. I think if he was trying to hold for the 4, it would have been to get down onto the 3, which makes me say that, but not that he can't pocket the 4 from here, just a little bit heading in the wrong direction. But it looked like he pointed the rail where he's going to draw back over for the 3. It'd be a nice stroke shot here. Oh.
Ooh, wow, the 7 ball, and look at this.
Look at this shape.
What a shot. I thought he was aiming at the 4 ball, and no, he says, I'm taking the 7 and bringing that thing all the way back with draw.
Wow.
Off 2 rails, zigzags its way into that perfect position on the 3. That was amazing.
Yeah. I don't think he got quite what he was hoping for there. I think he was trying to get full into that stripe, but
yeah, it's going to be an issue now. He doesn't really have a good playable shot here.
I kind of like chipping the 2 up by the side pocket and leaving the cue ball frozen on the rail straight down by the second diamond where you don't leave the 10, but delicate safety there. That's why he's probably looking at the
Talking about leaving the cue ball down somewhere down there. Is that what you're talking about?
no chipping off
Table?
of the 2 and kind of coming down low into this area here.
Oh, so coming off the 2 and coming this way.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's not bad.
But
so what's he calling here? He must have been calling the combo, and that sold out an opportunity. Although, yeah, the 9 plays in the corner. You're right that the chipping of the 2 ball would have really guaranteed that you're not selling out much, just because you know you can leave the cue ball in this area here.
Right.
And that would have been enough to keep them off the table. So, fortunately,
I thought he hit that good after contact, but man, just catching that long rail point holds it up. Definitely keeps the complexity of the game, blocking that 2 ball and 4 balls pocket. You may be able to draw the 6 ball and end up somewhere into this area to have an option at the 2 or the 4 in the opposite bottom corner.
Overcuts it.
Yeah.
That's definitely going to give a good opportunity here. Now, are you taking the 13 now in the side, or are you going to come around for it?
I kind of like just getting the cue ball up into this area here because just higher percentage. It's pretty easy shot. Just a little speed control. Or he draws straight out and around.
Yeah, and that 13 could come into play as a problem, but no, it's shootable now, so I guess you got to take it now. Yeah. That was the only challenge, was like if you know, not getting shape on it later, you know. That's why I kind of liked it did play in the side where it was, you know, previously. So it overcuts this one as well. So a couple of shots overcut that we've seen from Kyle.
Difficult pot on the 4 ball from here. I think he's going to play it with just a touch of bottom, kind of come off of that long rail and back out for the 2. Nicely executed.
Yeah, well done.
Made that look easier than it was, that's for sure.
Yeah, Dylan's got good skills. That 7 ball shot, man, was incredible.
Absolutely.
And this is my first time watching Dylan and Martin play, so pretty impressed with both of these guys. And this should be pretty simple here to tie up the score.
I think I met Dylan 5 or 6 years ago at the Route 66 bar. They had 4 diamonds in there on a weekly tournament, and I think we were both in like the 530, 540 range at the time, and we've been kind of running into each other periodically. Haven't matched up all that much, but known him for a good while. He's a good shot and been improving a lot. Looking like they're going to tie it back up here to make it 2-2.
And your Fargos are still very similar, aren't they?
Yeah.
So Dylan is right around 600?
Yeah, I think he's low 600s. I think we've just kind of remained within like 10 Fargo of each other as we've kind of progressed. But yeah, these Dylan and Martin play Scotch well together. They are very familiar with each other's game, can rely on each other. I was really impressed early on. Dylan had to leave Martin a long, straight 10 ball from the top rail, the top short rail to the 10 ball by about the second diamond, just because he ended up landing straight in on the rail, and he just elected to take the stop shot and let Martin clean up. And, you know, it's just things like that within Scott really lends to trust within your partner, playing well together and, you know, knowing each other's capabilities and be able to leave your opponent that shot or your partner that shot and know that they can take care of business.
Yep, agreed. Nice break here. Lots of options. The options got thinner, but you got to play on the 14, and possibly if you like solids, you might have the 3-ball, but it looks like stripes is going to be your opener here. And the problem balls really are the 9, 10, 12, but the 10 plays in the side as it sits, and the 9 plays in the corner. So if you work them out in the right pattern, it could be all right. It could be a run out rack. But,
yeah, kind of like playing the 14 to get onto the 15 fairly straight to try and draw into that 9-ball line. Looks like that's kind of what he's thinking. Didn't quite get straight enough, but there's still plenty of options here.
You know, when you were saying 15, I was looking for the 15 ball, but this is the 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's that light blue stripe. I always forget with this set which one the 15 is.
Yeah, the Cyclops balls. It's definitely one that they have a little bit more of a pastel-y color to them.
Yeah.
This line here on this side pocket could work out pretty good if he can kind of be coming off of the second rail somewhere into that line onto the 9.
He's going to draw into it.
Oh, okay.
I like this. It's just a little unpredictable as to what you're going to end up with. And it looks like he's going to end up with either a combo to the side or the 12 might play down, but also the 15 is available to him. The 15 just doesn't get you much. You don't get much reward for the 15. He's playing the combo, it looks like.
It looks pretty wired.
Yeah, nice shot.
Very nicely handled.
Yeah, good shot from Martin right there.
Still a little bit touchy of a pattern. He probably is going to draw over to the long rail on the left and kind of hold up for the 15, has the 12 as an option if he gets too long.
Yeah. And this is why break and runs are so hard, because it only takes one mistake, especially towards the end, to get out of position or out of line. Very nicely done from Martin, man. He's pulling out the shots, but so is Dylan. This duo is pretty powerful.
Yep, they're going to be tough to beat. I think coming just above the side pocket on the long rail here, 2 rails is likely pattern choice. Just got to avoid the scratch.
And he does. That's just perfectly played. Great speed. And to close out the break and run in rack 5, Dylan and Martin.
Little wily on that out with drawn into those balls, but Martin came with 2 great shots to keep them into the mix, and both of them handled their opportunities well. Got the break and run.
Yep, I like it. You know, the other thing about 8-ball that I like is you end up taking some circus shots sometimes just because you have to. Once you've gone too far, right, and there's really no safety opportunity, your opponent has 7 balls on the table, and you're down to your last couple, and you have to make these, execute these crazy shots sometimes, and there's no other option, right? You can't play safe when they've got 7 balls on the table. You've gone too far, and you end up with these highlight reel shots that you don't see in any other game, because you would never take that on in a game of 9-ball or 10-ball. You find long distance. Safety.
I always liken those positions to poker, like you're pot committed at that point. Like, at what point in this rack am I so invested that now I'm forced to have to go for the out?
Yep.
And you have to take out all hesitation in your mind once you get past that point. And even if you find yourself in those tough positions, you just have, like you said, you just have to go for it. And
and sometimes you hit your card on the river.
Exactly. You're playing for the flush and it's not there until the last card, and then now you're looking like you had it all dialed in. Man, he breaks the balls really well. Nice contact. Looks like this one came up dry, though. I didn't see
a ball went into the side.
Oh, it went in faster than I could see it?
Yeah.
Little lovely bump on the 6 there. I think he still has the 11. I think he'll probably slow roll this down in, get onto the 12 ball. I know he's definitely thinking about that 9-ball, 15 ball or I'm not sure what that ball is. 15 ball center table. It might be the 14. Gets there nicely on it. Yeah, that's the other thing I really like about 8-ball is you can use those balls to kind of fabricate the position that you need by running into them like that.
And sometimes you have to know how to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good skill to have. It's one of those kind of unique things with 8-ball. You tend to have to do that a lot in bar box 8-ball. Manufacture position by using the caroms off of other balls. Because
get on the 15 from here, you can get perfect. Really nice line there. Can kind of stun over for the 13 and then have the 12 there at the end.
Yep.
Probably a little draw. Might be a little bit much of an angle, but yep, he's just selecting. I don't know if I...
Oh, just a little off the mark. But, man, I was thinking we were going to see back alternating break and runs, which was the possibility right there. It was definitely on. But now, not out of the woods is Dylan and Martin. They have to figure out the 5-ball.
Think the 5-ball plays into the side there?
Maybe, but you don't want to play it into the side. Yeah. It's one of those where it probably does, but you don't really want to. Oh, he was really trying to slow roll that to hold position for that 5 in the side. He was looking at that, though.
Yeah.
And that's what happens when you slow roll the ball.
Sometimes you get just, yeah, I mean, you're a little bit of English that you're putting on the ball and the humidity in the air, all those things play factors in those shots where you got to hit them absolutely perfect.
Everything is exaggerated. Boy, talk about a slow roll there.
Wow, that was delicate. Nicely handled. Just a slight draw shot here. Play the 8 in the left-hand corner afterwards. He could elect to go 3 rails with high inside, but I think he'll likely minimize cue ball movement. Yeah. Nicely done.
Oh, he did not take a lot of time with that, I'm going to say, but, you know, that's his style. Like, we saw Kyle playing that same style against Dizen earlier in the week, last week, and I noticed that he doesn't take a lot of time. He literally just gets down, sometimes 1 or 2 strokes, and hits it in. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that I believe that cost him the 8-ball right there, and could have cost him the rack. So yeah. Definitely a big late game error there from Kyle.
Yeah, they just gotta capitalize on this opportunity here. It's pretty straight on the 5. Not sure if he's gonna just kind of stun forward 5 to 6 inches if possible here. Might just elect to play the stop shot. I don't know about slow rolling it.
Yeah, I never like to slow roll unless I absolutely have to, but that one worked out.
Yeah, if that 7 plays, this is pretty straightforward out from here. Probably draw back off of the long rail and back out for the 6. Or just holds it right there. I kind of likes going 7-6-1, but like you said before, you get to see a lot of different perspectives on different ways to run the rack.
Yeah, and that pattern, there was really a lot of right ways and very few wrong ways to do it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's the other thing. Playing 8-ball Scotch, you got to have a partner who likes how you play your patterns, because if you're getting upset with the patterns that they play, it makes you tense, wondering what they're going to leave you next. All sorts of different factors that play into it, but they work it out.
And Dylan and Martin get the steal, basically. I call it a steal because that game was certainly looking like it was headed to David and Kyle, but the missed 8-ball from Kyle it changed it from a 3-3 match to a 4-2 match, and we call that a swing shot, right? I mean, that's those you got to put a little extra attention and care. Make sure you're putting away the racks because when it gets down to the end, and if you end up losing hill, you're going to remember that 8-ball.
Yeah.
Even though it was 8 games ago,
I remember when I dogged a super easy shot in a similar fashion, and I was playing Scotch with my partner, and he's like, man, you just stepped up onto that and just, you just went for the pocket. He's like, you just got to take it in a little bit, take that time. This is how I win from here. You just never want to get, it's so easy to get complacent, especially on like 7-foot pool. If you're used to playing on 9s, like taking a shot for granted is a bad recipe for disaster. That's for sure. It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Big break. 6-ball goes in the side pocket. Always clusters in 8-ball. It's very rare that you just got a wide open table with an easy out. It's always some sort of a puzzle you got to figure out how to solve.
And Zach messaged me saying he's going to be a little bit longer, probably another 15 minutes or so, but he'll be jumping in and replacing me soon.
All right. Said I'm grateful for the company within the stream. They elect to go with solids. Looks like Zach was looking at a very particular line to get onto that 2-ball.
You mean Dylan?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Or Martin, sorry.
Yeah, Martin was looking to get onto that 2-ball. Like, you get onto that in the right facet, kind of opens up the 7 and the 4, the 4-ball being the most difficult ball within the rack to find a home for. I see a big stroke shot drawn straight back here.
Oh, yeah. The 7 doesn't get in trouble. I think it's still playable, but the position on the next shot here, I think he's going to have to take on the 1 by being tree-topped, unless he's going to bank the 2 right now. I don't like the 1-ball because you're tree-topped over the 4. That's a really tough shot and tough to get shape on another ball. So I don't mind this bank shot, but I got to feel like you really have to make this.
Yeah, I think if you play it at pocket speed, make sure that it's just enough to get there. It makes the 12 a much more difficult ball to get on if it doesn't go.
Yeah, plus the 9 and everything else goes. Yeah, you're right. If you own that pocket, you're in a good place. That's a good point. Pocket speed here. No, he fires at it.
But it still holds up. I think it blocks the 9 from having access. Still got lots of problems for stripes. It didn't go, but that's the glory of 8-ball is missing a shot isn't guaranteed a loss. It's can sometimes complicate the rack to the point where you get other opportunities. Difficult thing to always maintain is when you don't see the out available, just bear down on the shot that you have and figure out a plan and get there. Not sure if he's going to use this 15 ball. He's got an angle where he could try and get up into that mix and kind of break some things out, or he can roll forward and let the 10 ball do it. Not going to have a lot of speed going in for the breakout from here, but...
Oof. Oh, that worked out.
All right.
Well, and now you're going to load up with inside to try to come into the 9 if you possibly can, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
miscue.
Yeah. So again, I think Kyle just not taking that extra couple of seconds to really get dialed into that, because it was a tough shot and he miscued, trying to put too much right English on it. But it doesn't give up ball in hand, though, did it? Because he got a hit on the 9 and the 7 went to the rail, right? So
yep. Yeah.
It's fortunate for him that it didn't give up ball in hand with that miscue.
I like playing this at slow speed, so that way you're not relinquishing control of that pocket.
Yeah, that was well played.
The 9 plays here. I might elect to pick on the 9.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah, he's got shape on the 12, and he could try to come into the 9 here, but I like playing the 9 here as well. But then you still have a problem with the 14.
Yeah, I think there's too much angle to hold.
Yeah, if you can come up into it like that is now I really like that, right? Just making sure that you can get up into that, and David Scarth just hits the perfect execution and loosens everything up. I'm taking 14 right now, though. I don't know about you, but I am definitely taking that 14 now. I don't want to have to try to come back to the bottom side of it later.
Yeah.
Oh, and he almost gets the 2 in to help with position on the 10, but they're going to have to figure something out for the 10 ball. Not sure if the 10 plays by the 8 to this pocket. Maybe?
It's a possibility. It might be one of those pot committed situations if it also plays into this pocket, which I'm not sure that it does.
Sorry, I cleared your line trying to clear mine.
Oh, that's all right.
That's
playing here. It's a very, very difficult shot, but
it's tough to get shape to get there for that shot. But he looks like he's loading up on this. He is loading up. Tried to get as much as he could out of that to hold and maybe draw that cue ball a bit. So that tells me that it does play to that bottom right corner. Yeah, maybe he might have just a portion of the pocket blocked by the 8, but it's good to go.
Kind of found the 50-yard line, though.
Yeah. My money's on David to make this 8 ball. I say he cuts it in right dead center in the hole.
Yeah, don't think the scratch line is in the top left corner is on. Just playing it with top should be coming up short of it.
I think he's going to come into the 7 with the cue ball.
Good call.
Oh, but off the 7 and he could scratch. So that was close. But nice shot from David Scarth right there to put away that 8 ball. Had to come with a big time cut.
A little shout out to Patrick for the good call outs on that one, that's for sure. Center pocket right into the 7.
Yeah, just the way he's been playing, I was very confident that he was going to be dialed in on that 8 ball. David's the kind of player that I feel like, I'd probably want to ask for some weight against. I'm not sure what his Fargo is. I think it's in the 620 range or 630-ish range, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if Kyle was around 600 when he played Dizon like a week ago, makes me think that David might be in like the low 6s as well.
He's a 6'10".
6'10".
Yeah. But
he's got a very calm, collected demeanor. He's very comfortable around the table. I like his rhythm.
Yeah, I'd be hesitant to put down any big money against him.
I got too much of a gambling problem and a love for competition to say otherwise, but
I'll gamble with him for $20 or like some cheap sets. But I don't think I'm putting down hundreds.
All right, pretty wide open table here. Looks like a dry breaks. I'm thinking solids here, just because of the way the 11 ball lays, and the 14 kind of having limited pocket options.
Yeah, I like solids as well. everything is available for solids. The only thing that you really have to focus on is the 4-ball. But once the 2's gone, it has that side pocket to go to. It also has the top right corner to go to. Once the 6 is gone, it has the top left corner to go to, right? So there's just lots of options for solids to get something going. So he's going to start with the 1-ball. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's probably going to try and draw back out the center table. Well, stunned straight over for the 2. He was much straighter on that than I thought he was.
Yeah, I don't mind this. I see 2, 6, 7. Maybe 4. See what you can get going there and clear out that bottom of the table, and then the 3 is actually a really good key ball for the 8. So is the 5. So I kind of like those as options for key balls on the 8, the 3 or the 5. Interesting. And maybe they're trying to figure out the 4-ball right now. I don't know. It's interesting to play that like that.
Yeah, it gives his partner options. He can potentially play the 5 to get onto the 4. He can play the 6 to get onto the 4. It gives him kind of whatever he thinks is the most comfortable for him.
Now, I'm curious what the rule is on communication in this set. If they can sort of take a timeout and strategize on the pattern, or if it's you're at the table, you're on your own kind of thing.
Yeah, that's just amongst whatever they deliberated on, come up with the mutual understanding of how it was going to be played before it got started. Most of the time you can discuss away from the table, but I haven't seen a whole lot of it, so it is kind of interesting that you bring it up that maybe it was no communication, was kind of predetermined as how they were going to play it. Nice controlled draw there. Came up just a little bit short, but
yeah, I think he's not going to like it because he really wanted to be straighter on the 4. You really can't take the 4. You can take it in the corner potentially here, but you can't take it in the side and lose your cue ball.
Yeah, unless you're really slow rolling it and playing the 3-ball next.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
It's.
I don't like any part of that shot. He missed it, hitting it too full. If he hits it thinner, he's going to even go farther with the cue ball. That one had peril written all over, and I think the 4 did actually play to the corner down here where it was.
Wow.
So, I didn't like that decision.
I think everything still goes here. The 15 ball's something I would be wanting to get onto fairly soon. The 15 and the 14 kind of require particular position play to have an easy shot on, just because they're so far away from the pocket.
And this is going to be okay. Yeah. It's on the 14 or the 12.
Yeah.
Probably is going to just play the 12 and bump into the 14.
No, he's stopping on the 14 if he's straight enough here.
Yeah, he slow rolls it.
I like that choice just because that it went, and then you can just slow roll this one forward for the 15.
Yep, and you got to get on the 15 here. Man, you don't want to say that, because the 15 has the least amount of options, right? This works out. This works out pretty good.
Yes, it does. You can probably draw right back into the 5 or just beyond it. Straight on that 12 as possible would be ideal. Yeah.
Got a little angle, and I wonder if he's going to just slow roll this. Yeah, he is. He knows his partner is good enough to make that last 8-ball. He could certainly make this one.
Yep. That's the thing about playing Scotch on a regular basis. Being able to trust your partner is a huge aspect of being able to play good Scotch.
Somebody said, somebody tell Dylan to put some socks on. I'm not into feet. we don't we don't really know who's in the chat because in YouTube you just have a handle, and so this is the Family Forerunner. I don't know who that is.
With the comedic relief at the very least.
You know what though? I think Dylan does have socks on. No, he doesn't. I was going to say
it could be low rising socks. I'm gonna vote for that in this heat. Man, if I go like an hour without socks, my shoes have got to be thrown away afterwards. It's just like it's a psychological thing. It's not even necessary that I have ruined them. It's just
you feel the squishy feeling inside. Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, especially this time of year
in the summer, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Gerald Davenport with a nice out, indeed.
I gotta say, a friend of mine, Triple G, Greg Prendergast. Interesting fact about him is he never wears the same pair of socks twice. That is the fun fact of Triple G. You know him?
I do, and I did know that. It is.
You did know that, or you didn't?
I did know that. Yeah, we had a random tournament that we were playing at where there was a miscommunication on his setting up for a hotel room, and we ended up crashing together. And I found out that night that was the case. So
he packs like a bag of like brand new socks. Yes,
but one-time use. Disposable socks, basically.
But he washes and donates the old ones. He just doesn't. Right. He doesn't. He likes the feel of new socks every day that he puts on. So that's an interesting. Okay, back to the game.
Yeah. We digress.
Dilly digressed.
That was a pretty productive shot there. Broke some things out. Got the combo available. Solids are definitely looking better. Just definitely got to solve that 5. You can play this with the inside, kind of. Get right where he pointed just above that first diamond. Breaks it out. Hiccup involved there. I think if he's on that one ball, it's likely the next ball of choice. I would have liked to take on that 6 ball if I had enough of a pocket from here, because that's kind of one of the only lines you have the available pocket.
I got to step away for just a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Interesting to see if he tries drawing back into the 8 to be on the 6 here, or if he goes forward. Likes to go forward, clears everything. Looks like he's got to look at the 6 ball. Nice shot. Just want to miss that 11 ball, I believe it is, down there by that bottom corner pocket. Make sure you don't get hung up down table, and you should be good. Nice, lovely bump on the 5 there. Gets it where you can draw straight back about 3 feet. Wants to end up right where his hand's at. Nicely done. Gives him a good opportunity here. Gets it. Nice out. Yeah, I really like both of these duos. They play good Scotch together, know what their partners are capable of, and not over analyzing too much, just really taking what the table gives them and trusting their partner to take care of the rest. do enjoy a tight rack, but I have a hard time having the patience to template rack 8-ball every time just because I'm an impatient person when it comes to racking, apparently. But especially if the table's well worn, it's advisable to use the template rack. Pulls them in nice and tight where you're not getting little gaps. Nine games in deep and haven't seen anybody do a second ball break. Everybody's preferring the head ball break. Let's see how David does here. Parks the cue center table, gets a little kick, but making balls left and right. Nice break. Wide open layout. Lots of options. I think it's dealer's choice on which one you prefer here. Likely to take on the 3 if you can stop it and hold for the 1. That kind of solves the little congestion there.
All right, I'm back.
Patrick's scooting up to the desk, getting ready to get back into it.
Oh, did you hear that little screech? That's my little footstool that I have that's on the wood floor. So I forget that everything is kind of amplified with this microphone here.
Yeah. A little bit of deliberating. I think they really want to make the best use of this wide open layout. Looks like he's electing to take on stripes. A little overcut, still goes. Just barely catches that far side of the pocket and goes in. Nicely done.
All right, we got Zach Zager in the house back.
Well, what?
Welcome back, Zach.
Well, thanks for tuning in, Patrick, keeping me company so I don't get lost with my own thoughts.
Absolutely. I just wanted to remind everybody out there listening that this match is played at Legends Billiards in Beaverton, Oregon. So if you want to live stream your match, go down to Legends, get on table 21, and ask for the EvoSports tablet. They'll set you up, and you can live stream your match, and it's a whole lot of fun. So,
yeah, and further deliberation on that too. If you have a match that you want to have commentated and you want to set it up, you can reach out to myself or Dylan, and let us know when you're looking to do it, and we can get you some commentators and have a good time.
It's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole lot of fun. So, all right. Well, I will let you and Zach take it from here, and I will bow out and go have some dinner. Little late dinner, but it's been fun.
All right. Thanks again, Patrick. Have a good evening.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Patrick. Hi, Trevor.
Hey, Zach. Welcome back.
Hey, buddy. Good to be back. Yeah, Legends, man. I played a couple events here. Had some fortune with my my good buddy Jimmy Buckets Farmer.
Oh no!
Great venue. And I got like what 21 tables, I believe, and what 9 foots. It's a huge venue. Great food.
Yeah, the venue is really good. I think they're down to 6 9-footers now, and they brought in a snooker table, which is just out of view to the left of this table.
They have, a second snooker table?
No, they pulled the snooker table out of the lounge area and into the main playing area.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Just to catch you up, we're running it back. They negated the 1-game wait, switched from 10-ball to 8-ball, alternating break. You can kind of see the score as it is, but just catching you up so you know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm glad I could come back, kind of catch the end of this.
This is when the good and gets good, as I like to say, when it gets down to the nitty gritty of.
Yeah, and especially all players, they've been playing for what since 5:45. That's 3 hours, right? So they're in stroke and they're comfortable, and maybe they're not comfortable.
Scotch will have that effect.
Yeah, but they've been playing, for a little bit, like, continuously. So that's when for me, that's when I noticed like my game come out, when I'm playing consistently a lot towards like it's a couple hour marks. So Martine here with a shot on the 4-ball.
Let's get off of the rail a little bit because he's pretty straight.
Oh, we're playing 8-ball. All right.
8-ball. You
Okay.
missed that little detail, huh?
Yeah, I see this 1-ball and I was like, that's not the 9. So cool, some 8-ball.
I think he's kind of forced to play the 1 here. Kind of play with a little bit of top. If you can get over into this line here with a little bit of outside, get onto the 5-ball, but looks like he's electing to take on the 6.
Yeah, Trevor, I like the 1-ball here. I mean, really, you're not in a tough spot. I mean, if you get somewhat bad on this 5, somewhere over here, like you still have that 6 in both those top corners.
I think he wanted to play the 6-ball real bad.
Oh man, yeah, I think he was indecisive about that, and that could be a factor in him missing. I like the 1-ball, Dylan. I think that was the right choice, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think he sold out the game though, because I don't think he can see that 13-ball full enough to pocket it.
The family forerunner says, "Did someone tell Dylan to put socks on?" I'm not.
Yeah, Patrick pointed that out a little bit ago.
Yeah.
I said they win for the comedic relief because I don't know who that is in particular, just a handle on it. But what do you play here?
This is tough because that 1-ball's just sitting right there, right? And the 5 and 6 are in good positions. I mean, if you sell out to the 5 and 6, right, you make the 5, the 6, and the 1 basically leaves you on that 8-ball. It's tough to play safe here. You don't have much to hide behind. You could bring the cue ball down to the rail, kind of like that.
Oh,
he tried to go for it.
He had nearly enough. Yeah, he was trying to throw that ball with as maximum as he could. And
yeah, if you could have got that cue ball somewhere over here, I mean, maybe you leave a tough shot on the 5, but not many options there.
Yeah, I think he was going for the pot there and played it at a low speed to kind of maximize his throw and just didn't quite have enough there.
This is what I like.
Yeah.
Right on my lollipop.
Not too shabby. Pretty good call out there. Good.
I'll let that one fade away.
Good scribbles. You're not going to clear that one. You're feeling good about that one, huh?
Yeah.
Gets him in good position here. Stun off of the rail a little bit. Keep an angle on the 6. Perfect. This lends to a nice 2-rail angle where when you're looking at this, you just want to kind of split this angle like this is how I look at these.
Yeah, I kind of like Martine. That's kind of how I would take that approach. Martine's approach is more or less like using some English to kind of just come higher and come off the rail.
And that's just, it's just preference. There's so many different little intricacies of how to play this game. You got perfect on it. Nicely done. Left him absolutely dead straight in. Comfortable distance away. Yeah,
it's like ever since I started playing around with like throw, right? Cut and deuce throw and really trying to throw balls in. I've been stuck in it, and there's the 0x system that talks about center ball, kind of like how you had it, right? Where you just stun over center ball and it comes over, no spin, and you just get the right amount of force and using gas and power to really get that. But I've been stuck in that, cut and deuce throw. Like I love using it.
It works out good a lot in bar box pool because you have, less distance for your object balls to go into the pocket and less distance of the cue ball traveling. So a lot of times you're forced to kind of use that throwing the cue ball, creating, fabricating angles. 9-foot pool, which I've been playing more of recently, you're playing as much center ball as possible to really kind of keep your accuracy up. Nice Both
Beautiful break.
Scotch's partners are breaking very well, getting really good contact, lots of movement, consistently making balls on the break. Yeah.
Here. Right here. Now, if you can get stripes, this isn't terrible. You can kind of take those 2-ball combo, right, and open that up a little bit. But solids or stripes here, they both have those problems.
I like to go for solids here because that 7-ball plays in the bottom left, and the 3-ball
is right there.
Get right on it. The 1-ball is on the good side where you can also get into that. Like all of the solids go. It's just a much more particular area to get within. I guess the same could be same with stripes. Kind of the same theoretical layout for both. Patrick Nixon in the comments on YouTube saying, "Wow, nice drawing accuracy, nailed it." So I think that was to your lollipop drawing, not to
lollipop, ooh, lollipop. Yeah, man. It always feels good. Patrick's little game of drawing the circles. I like playing it.
Yeah, I've really started enjoying commentating because, like, I was talking with my partner earlier about, you get to solve the problems of the table at hand without the pressure of execution. Like, you get to have a good time kind of analyzing the table and how you'd like to play it, and see how they play it differently. You can learn new things. This rack is getting complicated quickly.
Yeah, balls are tying up. Now you got 2 stripes up here on the top right. And yeah, they took stripes. I was lost in the moment with you, Trevor. I'm lost. I believe David and Kyle are solids. Not sure if he was playing safe there or trying to cut that board all the way down.
I think at speed, he was just trying to solve some of the problems of the table without breaking anything out. Just kind of a little bit of patience being shown there, a little bit of not forcing the issue, because I mean there's several problems that need to be resolved in this round for an out to be available. I think he was trying to get as straight onto that ball as possible to potentially draw into those 2 balls, but this angle, it's a little bit too wide. I don't think he can get into those balls there.
I see they went to an even race.
Yeah. Dylan and Martin are playing strong together. The last set, Martin was just laying down difficult shot after difficult shot. And I like the gambling aspect of changing up the game and the race. Not a bad effort there. Kind of breaks a little bit out. It's a little bit problematic if that one ended up getting wired there, because any bumping of it pockets that ball or sends it right towards the pocket. But still, that 7-14 is still no easy task.
Yeah, see here, I mean, there's a couple things you could really do here. I don't know how excited they're feeling right now. It seems like David's playing really smart. You could try to break out that 1 right now and hope to kind of get an angle on the 4. But David's playing conservative right now. Yeah, it looks like he was going to try to do that. Just bump into that 1 and kick it out. And to give you an angle on that 4 to like kind of come off the rail into the 7-14.
I like playing safe with the cue ball, just getting down onto this rail, or playing straight through down somewhere into this target area for the cue ball here, just because you don't have the out available. You want to leave it difficult for them to really come up with something. Yeah, he was thinking in similar thought patterns there.
A good breakout there by Martine.
Constructive shot.
If you, if you can get good on this 9-ball, you can break that last stripe out. And the 8-ball is pretty tied up right now, though. I wonder. Yeah, I don't see a breakout opportunity. If you're gonna try to break that 8 out now, you're gonna have to kind of hope and pray you get on that 9-ball on a way to break those 2 balls out. They're just gonna leave it and play safe.
I was gonna say, if you don't have the 9 to break out that 12-1 right here, safety should be the option, because that 14 leads for a good key ball to play the 8 in the side without breaking anything out.
Yeah, it looks like the 8 goes in that corner too.
Yeah. Once the 9 ball's out of the way, it's got a full pocket for sure.
Patrick Nix at home. Looks like he's eating some dinner now, watching some chess he's talking about.
Yeah, these complicated racks like this, it becomes a little bit of a moving game of trying to create the table in your favor without giving anything up. Nice doubling up the 12 and the 9 there, not leaving any straight in shots. Might have a bank or a combo here, but likely to play safe.
Yeah, it's not too dangerous to play safe here with that with the 3-ball. Although the 7 is in a good spot to break that 8-3 up. So if you can get on it, I mean, I don't know how was that Martine, I believe. I don't know how he's feeling, but safe is not a terrible option here. You just can't sell out, because that, like I was saying, that 7 does have an opportunity to break out that 8-3, and then the 1 will be right there for him.
Yeah, kind of like playing the bank with top and letting the cue ball kind of come back around into this path to get underneath of the 12. But he's going to take on the combo, it looks like. Ooh, and he hits it really good. Doesn't look like it's going to go, but man, what an effort. Definitely gave him a game there.
I think the idea behind that was, I mean, if he misses and that 9 rattles, right, that blocks the 7. And it held up, and now they have they're set up right now to break that 8 out. He's got to be careful here. You got to let the cue ball kind of bend when it gets up here, and then it'll kind of bend into it. You don't want to run into that 14.
I like if you can play enough inside to get underneath.
Backside, yeah.
Because then you can get on the 3. Yeah, something like along that line. Nicely struck. You kind of have to swung at that with hopes of coming up.
I think he can avoid the scratch here and come 2 rails and try to come somewhere up here.
Needs the run.
That.
I think he left. I think he's there. I think he got on it.
Trying to beat Kyle. That's another game that we can play is make the mark before Kyle shoots.
Good luck.
I know.
Nice out from Dave and Kyle. Granted that Kyle steals this 8-ball here. It was clinched with a nice breakout from David and nice line to get on by Kyle. Keeping the match close.
I guess shout out to the family forerunner. Thank you. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to that a lot. A couple more months here. So thank you for that.
I don't know if you went back and rewatched the match that you played against Kyle. I think it was. You were making a comment about the names of your future endeavors. Have you gotten that far yet? Or are you still in the deliberation stages?
The names of my future endeavors.
Well, isn't that what he's talking about? Your new adventure?
Yeah, my new adventure. She has a name. It's a baby girl. Winter Adele.
Winter Adele. I like that.
It's going to be her name. Winter Adele Zager.
That's a pretty name.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Both of us love the name, so that's another good thing.
Awesome. Another nice break with the ball on the break here. Still always close.
Yep.
Always little puzzles to work out.
Patrick Nix is at home enjoying this. He says, "This is my favorite part of Barbox 8 Ball, the strategy." I was having a conversation with Dylan about Barbox 8 Ball, and he has his ideas on it. And I'm along the lines. I mean, I'm with you, Patrick. Like, I love the breakouts and it's, but yeah, I mean, Barbox 8 Ball, everything is just clustered together, right? And then the time comes when you have this like beautiful wide open break, right? And it just, if you can come up with like a solid pattern and execute it, you can run out, right? Yeah. I mean, to an extent, 8 Ball, if you have, skill and pool, 8 Ball is an easy game because you have options, right? It's unlike rotation where you have a bunch of options for one ball. Here you have a bunch of options for a bunch of balls. And then the chess comes into play big time here. So I do appreciate that of Barbox 8 Ball.
I kind of like that he's looking at taking on this. I think it's a 13 ball in the bottom right there. He can get full enough into that second stripe. He has the potential to break out the 8. Yeah. It's not one that I think you want to blast because you get that 8 ball up too close by the 7. It's going to make another problem for you.
I don't think the 8 would go here. I'm going to erase that really quickly, actually.
No, I'm more talking it just kind of coming up into this direction near the 7.
Oh, I see you. Yeah.
You're bumping it too far up past the side pocket, and then it cuts down your options for being able to.
I actually like this shot, Trevor. I think if you can just kind of stun your way over, and I think you'll just kind of stun right into the heart of this ball, and the 8 won't go too far. But he's going a different path, so we will never know.
Oh no!
Ciao.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. Thanks, Patrick. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, Patrick in the comments letting us know that he liked the name of Zach's daughter.
Where else are we? We got Aaron Wilson in here, Dylan333, and Gerald Davenport. You got people watching. That's good. Yeah, EvoSports is doing a really good thing for pool in the Pacific Northwest. You can go on their YouTube channel and see live matches, all over the Pacific Northwest. Canada, Seattle, Tacoma, Beaverton, hopefully soon Oregon City, Salem, Oregon. Hopefully soon down in your area, Trevor. Would be cool. We can get to watch you play some.
Yeah, I got the portable Evo set up that if someone's wanting to do a demo for a tournament in their area, if they want their local pool room to check it out, if they're interested, they can reach out to me and set something like that up if you don't currently have Evo. But for the PDX area, having it in Legends, if your guys are looking to get a match streamed, you can just go down there, table 21, ask them at the desk for the tablet. You can stream your own match. If you wanted to set something up with some commentary, you can reach out to Dylan, Zach, or myself, and we can see if we can set something up to commentate some action, because, man, I sure do love all things pool, and getting a chance to be able to commentate on local pool action of guys around our speed is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I mean, you hit me up. I mean, I may just make you a flyer and blast it all over these pool pages, get you some viewers. And
I do have to give you the hype man kudos. I tend to be like, I'm not a shy person, but when it comes to like public outsourcing, it's something that I tend to shy away from. So good on you promoting local pool and doing those sorts of things. It's awesome. Man, this 8 ball set is definitely lending to be a lot more strategic play than the 10 ball set that we just watched. Lots of little intricacies of breakouts and different things. I think he lends to be pretty well on this 10 ball if he can cut that in and run right into that 10 lightly. He wants to be on the right hand side of that 10 ball from here to have a look at the the 15. Don't want to run directly into these and just get stuck right on the 10 ball. Just like that. Oh, he had overcut it. Man, I thought he hit that good. Man. I looked away from the object ball that he was shooting because when he came in contact with it, I thought it was in the hole. Still no easy out available for solids here.
Dylan's doing all right. This is a good shot, dude.
Wow.
Oh, that was Kyle. Okay, I was gonna say I don't think Dylan would do something like that, but that's definitely something Kyle would do. I like that shot, Kyle.
Yeah, that was.
Just go for it. I like it.
Yeah, because
if he has an angle here on this 6 to kind of nudge those the 3 and the 2 right there on the rail, that would be perfect right now.
Yeah, he might be a little bit straight for that, but I do like Kyle's decision there because with that breakout and coverage of that pocket, it kind of put the pressure on David and Kyle to make something happen with this rack. The tentative play has kind of gone away with the wide open layout now.
I was like, I think that 5 goes. So I believe that might be the route they're taking, or Kyle may honestly bank this 3 ball. I know that I probably would.
Yeah, it's definitely worth consideration unless that 2-3 is a lot more wired than it appears.
Well, you still got a shot here on this 5. It's not the end of the world. Just kind of knuckle down and make the 5, and if you can hold the cue ball and maybe end up somewhere in here for that 4, right? You know that's something you can do here. You just kind of play with a little bit of inside, just kind of kill the cue ball off of this rail, just kind of trickle up. That's all I really see here. I don't really see a safety. You could kind of you could make this ball.
I don't think so. That's what I was kind of drawing the line for and seeing kind of the maximum you can get over there is maybe like right into here because the 4 ball kind of plays into the way of it.
That ball goes. So you can't come that way. I was going to say you could use the 4 to make it, but that's not going to work out. I don't know. I mean,
I may elect to actually soft kick into this ball. Oh, if you can see the 2 ball full in the face, just a stun forward soft roll here would be great solution.
Look at that. See now, there's a jump shot here.
Yeah, and jumping high and maybe catching the long rail first will kind of lend you to get over onto the 10-15. Or Massey. Oh!
Yeah, I like the jump there. Massey works. It's probably more controllable if you can kind of come off this rail and make it. I think there's a little more control there as far as speed goes. I like the jump because you're coming forward and coming out this way, right? I mean, you can get above that 15. I will say I'm loving the TV set of balls.
Yeah, it definitely makes it a lot easier from a commentator standpoint to know what's going on.
So 3 balls got both corner pockets, depending on how what kind of shape they just got on that 5. I think he's a little below the 5, so he's probably going to have to take the 2 next, which would probably take the 3 up table. Yeah, I think he's just going to slow roll this in, give him a shot on the 2.
So you can get on the 3 right here.
Oh, he was kind of 50-50 with it. That's a good shot.
Yeah, that's
a little straight, but I think Kyle can pop it out.
I think just rolling forward here a little bit, yeah, just like that is. May have liked to get it a little bit further forward, but I think it's still manageable.
Definitely gives them an angle though to come up and out into like kind of this area. He does not go in that bottom left, so you're going for that side pocket.
I think he's a little bit closer to the scratch line, so he may elect to draw this around 3 rails to center table. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a nice shot.
Nice.
Stars. Nice shot, buddy.
Beautiful shot. Ties it up. Race to 5. All right, everybody in the chat, who do you got from here? It's going back and forth. Both teams are playing smart, hitting the ball pretty well. Let's see what everybody thinks, who they're rooting for. I root for good pool. I just like seeing everybody play their highest potential and go from there.
Yeah, I don't know if I've commentated a hill rack.
No? Yeah, it's exciting stuff. And I mean, and I've longed for the day that somebody breaks and runs an entire set out on me, like where I was like, yeah, I lost, and all I did was either called the flip wrong or lagged inappropriate. Got to watch some perfect pool. Hasn't happened yet, but.
Well, Trevor, I think you're playing in the wrong area for that. I don't think Victor has that skill set. He may.
Yeah, I play all over the place.
Yeah.
All right. Another nice break where you got balls made, available shot. Cue ball got a little bit high, but ball hanging in the pocket there. I think the only problem I'm seeing for stripes is this guy right here. But looks like he was looking at it in the side pocket, seeing if it goes. It's a pretty tight positional play with a tight pocket. Didn't get out of that shot what he was hoping for. I think he was trying to get on the 14 thin to be able to break that out. Might have to just cut this 12 into the side pocket. I can elect to play it slower with a little bit of speed to get onto the 9 ball. The shot you got to bear down on here, not get frustrated with your partner's positional play and take on a difficult shot afterwards. Definitely taking a little bit of a time to analyze and figure out exactly what he wants to do here. I think he's going to come across the top left side of the 8. Yeah, like that. Nice job pocketing that ball in a difficult position, kind of slow rolling those balls in the side pocket like that can be a little bit on the sketchy side of things. Nice having the back cut this 9. Trying to avoid the 10 ball here.
Whew.
Wow.
I think you can break. I think you can cheat that pocket, Dylan, and break that ball out. Or looks like you might not need to.
Yeah, if it goes, he's pretty straight on both of these balls. He might be able to cheat the 14 a little bit and draw over to there, which would be ideal. That would definitely be the game-winning shot. But that's a tight line to hit.
Yeah, you're saying draw out right this way.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, the wider of an angle you get on that, the more the 4 ball comes into play. got to be pretty careful of running full into the 4 and getting up near or into the top corner pocket over into here, because anything there, you're kind of stuck behind the 3 or scratching.
I wonder if you can get a little bit of draw on this just to kind of get a little less of that 4. But he's on the rail, so that's not
I think any draw on this is making it more available for the scratch. I like the slow play there. He's able to get full into that 4 and just give what the table leaves you. It's on the correct side of that 10 ball there to stun out for the 8. It's a little bit of distance, but I think Dylan's favored to make this ball. Oh my goodness. That was so deep in there. How did that not go?
Well, that was kind of the shot you needed to take. Kind of needed to give it a little punch, and get that cue ball out there. Slow rolling, you kind of lose a little bit of accuracy, I feel like, on a shot like that. And you could have and kind of ended on this rail, but I feel like I lose a little bit of accuracy when I slow roll like that, at an angle like that.
Yeah, I think he played the right speed, just barely caught that long rail point, causing the ball to hang up. Doesn't want to tie those balls up. That's kind of a...
I like coming 2 rails out.
I think he's
in this area. I'm going to play safe. I expected Kyle to shoot that ball. Maybe come 2 rails out and take that 7 and give yourself an angle. But that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's the smart play there. Not feeling confident with that layout. I may have elected to take on the 4 ball over to the top left and kind of played into the similar pattern onto the 7, something like that. But because this is a good safety, though. That's not an available line. You have to really fabricate that angle to get over into the 10. I actually might just have slow rolled a 2 rail kick up into the 10 ball, or a 1 rail kick up into the 10 ball, and try and stay right there on it. Unless he makes this ball, then oh my goodness. Oof. Nice hit.
Sit on the rail.
Nice hit. Got a reward of not leaving anything too easy.
4 ball does go. I mean, the 1 ball goes too. Not an easy shot.
Yeah, being right up on the rail.
If I like putting this cue ball right behind the 4, but if you do that, you need to be careful, because you could sell that 10 out, sell the game. If you're going to elect to go behind that 4 ball, you need to stick behind that 4 ball.
I think I'd play the 4 ball into the side and kind of let the cue ball travel clear for the 7. It might be a little bit wider than that. It might be a little bit more over into here, but getting into this target area where you're on the 7 and playing safe simultaneously, as long as you're not getting double kissed by the 4, I think that is a good shot. But he's electing to play similar safe, put the cue ball back over by the 6. Says try that kick again, but it looks like he's left the bottom side. What's your play here, Zach? I don't think the bank is on.
I don't think I'm going to have enough time to tell you, Dale. Oh, there we go. All right. It's tough. I wonder, I could use a little bit of high outside and try to kind of come back and stick to this 8. You got to be careful, though, if you're going to bump it.
Yeah, I think
putting sell out that 7.
Yeah, I think the 10 by the 7 is the key in this shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
It's not a game winner, but it's one of those you're kind of stuck in a spot where you're hoping that you can create enough difficulty to give yourself another opportunity.
Here you go, Patrick. Here's your chess match.
I think this is pretty close to checkmate with that safety play there. Just because the 7 is available in the bottom left corner. Unless he gets a really nice kick and stays underneath of the 8 here. Pretty difficult not to sell out a shot, even if you come up with the good hit.
I think he is trying to make this ball. He's going to need some speed with that.
He stays underneath the 8, though. Leaves it tough and ties up the 6. The 6 still probably goes, but not as easy of a line to get on, that's for sure. That was a nice kick. Very nice kick. Besides making the ball about the best you can hope for from there. Zach, here's your chess match, that's for sure. Yeah, I kind of like playing the 4 to get onto the 7 and a line that you can get underneath of this 6 and in somewhere in here and bump the 10 ball up table and stay behind the 6 afterwards. But it looks like he's electing to do that now. Oh, I missed something. I was looking at the chat. My apologies. I thought it was solids to shoot. Ooh. Martin looking to twist the knife here with the bank shot. Putting the game on the line. He's got to hit into the 6 with a little bit of bottom draw to get that wide enough because he's pretty straight in on the line right now. Beautiful. Great shot. Very nice bank there to get that game.
Yeah, I missed it, and I got the stream up right now on YouTube, and I just got to watch it. It was a nice bank, Martine.
I think I know who Sitting Duck is. He may be a...
I think I know who that is, too.
Welcome to the chat, mister.
If it is who I think it is, the reigning champ of my Sticks and Shades tournament coming up in a couple weeks.
Ah. If it's who I think it is, he likes to wear shoes that don't always match. And I always think it's one of those little subtlety things that you don't notice until you notice, and then it's an interesting little yeah. Is it gonna go? Oh, so many balls trying and thinking about going, but ends up dry. One of the few dry breaks we've actually seen in this set, which is surprising.
Yep, so dry break for David and Kyle, and we got some, I wouldn't say, I mean, looks like these stripes are the big issue down here. Those are, all 5 of those are stripes. Okay, so if you can get a solid, I like solids, but you see the 2 ball.
I'm kind of liking playing.
You can kind of break those balls out right now.
Yeah.
Open that up. Stripes are not terrible. If you can get a good breakout and get some love here, I mean, that's not horrible.
The only concern I have with stripes here is if the 8 goes into the side past the 5 is the only pocket that I'm really seeing available. Oh,
he's just playing safe? Is he going to bury him right now? That's
Might
the
be.
only shot I see. He's burying them.
No, I think he's going to play the 11-9 into the 10 and play the combo there and kind of
I
break.
see. I see a little.
Yeah.
Well, I think that 14 goes in the side, so they're not dry here. Well, that's kind of a highlight reel shot. What do you think?
Yeah, that was definitely creative.
Good shot.
Especially if he can get on the 13 ball up table from here with an angle to get back up table for those 3 stripes. I think that they might be able to run this out if everything kind of lays right.
I don't really see the 13 coming into play on this shot.
I'm just saying getting up on it, getting above the 1 ball, but he had more of a cut angle there than I thought.
Yeah, if you can get yourself, you make these 2 of these balls and get yourself in a position to take you up this way for that 13.
I think I like playing the 15 here to get onto the 13, leaving the 10 for a key ball.
Yeah, take that 8 in the side. I think that 8 does go. I mean, it's the only pocket they got, so.
Like I said, it's quickly becoming the only question mark to this rack. Everything else is looking pretty available. I think he wants to just miss the side pocket here with some outside English, about 4 inches by it. Oh, he's just going straight at it. Nice speed.
Look at that.
Got a little bit on the far side of it. But if he can just draw back like where he was pointing about a foot back, he's in great position. Yeah, don't want to get too far here. Just perfect on the line there. I'd be playing to try and hit gently into the 2 ball from here. Wouldn't want to go wide of the 2 ball just because that's how you find yourself getting hooked. Great line. Perfect speed. Tight little window there. Nice positional play on this. 8's appears to be pretty
tight.
It's pretty tight. But if they can get out from here, what a fantastic out. Ouch.
One thing, I mean, I will say one thing I did like about that run was how gentle they were with those stripes. They didn't go for a crazy breakout like I would have. They took that combo kind of carom deal. I liked how they played that rack.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't think they left the... What do you think about just rolling that 5 right up on the 8 from here? I don't know. That's kind of...
I mean, if you get on the low side of that 8, you're going to give up ball in hand, and they could kind of take care of that 5 right away.
Yeah.
Get up kind of on the high side of it. I mean, you can't. I think it kind of sells the 5 out if you do that.
Ouch.
A bad hit, yep.
Pretty sure that was first. Well, when you're only down to the 8 and they have a full rack of balls, unless you can come with a Hail Mary shot like that, that just kind of gets the frustration over with and move forward into the next rack. Yeah, they're kind of discussing it. I mean, I like seeing smiles even when the pressure's on in these money matches and stuff like that, where everybody's having a good time still and not getting to the point of just pure frustration and not being able to enjoy the game anymore.
Someone's got to go here because that's a really pretty break.
I went and said that they're making balls on the break consistently, and then next thing I know, 2 dry breaks in a row. Apologize, everybody, for putting that out into the world. I should know better. I'm kind of liking salt here, oddly enough.
You can start with that 2 ball.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 ball to get onto the 6, and then the 1 after that would be my first 3 ball choice, just to kind of clear all of the problems. Although the 6 ball does lend to a very nice key ball. Oi. I do have to say that David and Kyle are getting the shorter end of the rolls. He still has the 1 available here, but not sure if he blocked that pocket or not for the 8 ball. I think it still goes. I think they're still okay. Man, he juiced a lot of outside spin on that one to get that one to get wide of that problem area behind the 10 ball, and I believe that's the 12. Don't hit that ball. Ooh. Didn't scratch. Left it fairly long down the rail. A bear down here. Playing this at like a slow medium speed. And it goes.
Yeah, that's a good shot. You got to be come up above this 3 ball here. And you can kind of come down. If you can get above that 3 ball, and you can bring the cue ball down here.
I kind of like taking the 3 first and drawing straight back for the 5 and making the 7 my key ball to come 2 rails out. But once again, just a preference play.
And he's going for the 7 right now. That's close. Kyle taking a look at that. I don't think... I mean, you may be able to throw that 7 in. You may have just enough.
Yeah,
and that would bring you 2 rails and out for potential shot on the 3. The 3, I don't think he has a shot on the 3 either.
I think he's going to play the bank here and just play it with speed. Ooh, he actually over-shortened it. Good effort there. Kind of a precarious situation to find yourself in, but... giving Dylan and Martin a opportunity to clinch this rack. I think everything's fairly available. Just want to get good on that 9 ball, and the 15 are about the only ones that have a little bit of tight positional play. Everything else is got lots of options. Electing to play the shape on the 14 to get the 9 next. Nice little pattern there.
I do think he's got pocket. Yeah, he's got pocket. Oh, man, getting a little late. He's got pocket for that 11. If it comes down to something like that. I like taking that 15 first when you get down there. But if he needs to, he can shoot that 11 first. I liked your idea. I like taking that 14 just then because you had a good angle for it to get that 9 because now you're kind of going away from the 9. I don't think you can really hold this ball too easily.
Yeah, if you get underneath that 9, you're in. Look at this
shot. Nice shot.
Very nice shot. think you can just draw straight back.
Yeah, I don't mind this shot.
Yeah. Just got to be careful of the scratch, and having the 7 get in the way of the 15 is the only thing that I'm worried about here.
Just like that, yep. It's hooked both ways. The 7, oh, yeah, I don't think he has enough of that 15. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, I wasn't opposed to that, but yeah, you don't want to hit the 7 there. I think Martin really was trying to get him shape on that 9, and you can just pull the cue ball back. Take that 11, take the 15, you know?
Yeah.
That was probably the way to go there.
Yeah, I think Dylan just need to hit that last shot just a touch softer, just so the 7 ball stayed for sure low. But Martin's been coming with some recovery shots. Here's a big time jump. Key moment in the rack, or in the whole set, really. Oh, yikes.
Well, I'm going to say in my head right now, if he would have drilled that shot with shape, I probably would have given him the nickname Top Gun, because he sent that ball flying.
Yeah.
Maybe on the next one, Martin.
Yeah, I think he's going to just draw straight back along this line and get heading straight towards a perfect line on the 3.
Oh, hello.
Lots of outside English there.
Yeah, I liked your line. You don't need any English there. I'll just come right out.
I think he's still okay. He can just play this.
What are you doing here? Are you playing a stop shot and 3 off the 9?
I'm just rolling it down along this line and either, taking it up there. I was actually thinking playing a little bit more speed and coming out near the spot, but that also works no problem. He played the little carom to control the cue ball. Big shot here. No problem. Not that there was much of a question mark there. It's just the pressure of getting down to the nitty gritty and having kind of a long putt to make. Well, you might get your wish. We might get a hill one. This one's going back and forth, back and forth. What's your next tournament that you're playing in? Is it your sunglass and shade one?
Well, I have some commitments coming up this weekend, but I almost dove off of them and to go play a 10-ball tournament in Elmo, Washington, as far as playing in. But I am not going to go do that. And I think the next tournament I'm playing in is the Sticks and Shades on July 20th. I think it's like 12 more spots. So, I mean, I started this tournament. You gotta wear sunglasses while you play. So I'm playing with a buddy at one of our friends' houses, and me and a buddy were playing with our sunglasses on. And like, I watched this guy play pool with sunglasses on, and I was like, dude, that has to be a thing. And I've been doing it for the past 3 years. So
yeah,
it's a cool thing. I mean, people show up,
Yeah, I think when you were playing the last match that me and Patrick commentated on, you were wearing some shades and he brought it up that you were gearing up for it. It's like David the break here. Nice break. Get a ball on the side. Pretty open layout. I think just about everything has a pocket. Both the 6 and the 10 are the only thing close, but I think solids is probably the move here. That 2 ball especially goes in between the 8 and the, I'm not sure which
11. I think that's the 11.
Yeah, because if you can just play the stop on the 7 here to get on that 2. Yeah, if you can stop. No, he's going stripes.
I think both sets are pretty wide open. I mean, I think you can get out either set, wide open table. But I do like solids.
Yeah, the 2 and the 4 required pretty tight positional play, so I think stripes is a good option here. Get on this 10 ball well. I think more than likely a cue ball will stay right there near the 6 to play for the one that he was just pointing on. Yeah. Little bit on the wrong side of the ball here. Either got to play this one with quite a bit of speed to pop back out for the 9. I don't think top is an option here because you're going to kind of get up into the 4 ball. Or he's just playing the 9 ball even better. Just being that angle on that. Slow down a little bit.
You can kind of go either way here. I like taking this right now and coming back just a little bit.
Yeah, need a real concise draw stroke here. It's a little bit more of it than he probably wanted, but still manageable.
How does that look? Just in case, I mean, I wouldn't set up here, but where you're at now, I think you can come up 2 rails. You just got to watch out for that 4 ball.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you run into that 4, I think the 8 may go into that side pocket.
I kind of like drawing this line here and kind of chipping the 8 up by the side pocket. A little bit slower speed. Oh. Trying to fabricate an angle there and just miss the pot by a little bit.
Teresa, I believe the score, it should be 8-7. It was just 7-7, and David and Kyle ran out.
Yeah, they're in control of the scoreboard on their end with the tablet, the way that EvoSports works. So if there is a issue with the score, they would likely resolve it at the end of the next rack. But I do believe the score is correct at 8-7. Dylan and Martine likely going to spend a little extra time, make sure that they can clinch this rack, because 8-8 is a whole lot better than 7-9. Started off with a nice shot here. I think he wants to play this clean. He could play it off of the bottom rail and clip off of the ball, but that's unlikely. Nice shot. Their only thing to contend with is I think that they need to be into this target area here for the 2 ball at some point. Might have gotten really nicely on the 5 to get there right now. Very nice. A little bit on the short side of it, but he should be able to follow forward and come back out maybe for the 7 ball. He may elect just to slow roll it for the 7 ball. Got a little bit far. Yeah, point of note, watching Jeremy Jones, he was always saying, like, when in pressure moments, try to stray away from slow roll shots as much as possible, because with adrenaline flowing and stress, it's hard to hold the ball. A lot of times it's better to let the stroke out and kind of play a little bit wider angles, but they should still be able to work this out. Just need a nice shot on this 1. Dusts its feet a little bit, but it gets in there. Nice angles for either ball is an option.
Yeah, you're taking the 6 here. Martin miscues.
Man.
Oh, man.
Oh. So unfortunate.
The nitty gritty.
Yeah. Nice speed control there.
Looks like we're gonna have a 9-7 match here. Or very well should have been 8-8.
Yeah. It's the game of pool. All it takes is just one little thing, and matches can be completely different ball games. It's not over yet.
Yeah, Dylan and Martine are strong. Very strong team, so I'm not putting them out of this one bit. I'm going to run, Trevor. I'm going to go grab a beverage. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Dylan and Martine really want to capitalize on this break. We've gotten one break and run in this set from them so far. I'm sure they would really like to get one right now. Get the confidence up, put the pressure on, and not all comes down to this break shot. Absolutely tattoos those balls, and nothing finds a way into the pocket. Ten ball down here looks to be needing to be developed into having a pocket available. Might see him elect to take the 9 on here to solve that problem early. 15 ball also needs to be developed, so that's probably why he's taking this to kind of draw into it and chip it over towards the 2.
A shot on the, looks like the 13 right now. And that 15 kind of came up table a little much. Yeah, I think he was trying to nudge that 15 so he could take it in this top right corner.
I think Dylan's looking to play this a 7 to get onto the 6 in a way to run into the 9 with the cue ball off after pocketing the 6 to get onto the 4. Get some precise positional play to make that all happen. Looks like he's sitting pretty well for it. Might have liked to be a half-inch higher to make it a little bit more natural. May have to cheat the left-hand side of the pocket to get full enough into the 9.
I think even if you come off the top of the 9 and trickle the 9 down a little bit, the cue ball will come up. I think you'll still have a shot on the 4. But that's a big ball right now. This is a big shot.
Yeah.
Taking a little extra time on this one.
Yeah, this is definitely the key shot to this wreck. Looks like he just elected to leave it together all the way alone because the 4 does play into that corner pocket if you get low enough.
I mean, even if you take that shot and you take that 9 and try to clip it out of the way, I mean, you still have a shot on the 5 if you don't get the 4.
Agreed. I definitely liked trying to get onto the 4 ball from there, but looks like Dylan's trying to get there right now. Slow down a tiny bit, but I mean, I think that's a great speed.
He's got some angle. He's gonna run into that 9 ball. We'll have a shot on the 5.
Great speed
Great
control.
shot. Yep.
Yep. He pointed to that spot on the rail right where he wanted to be, and just doesn't want to get underneath the 9 too much here. It's a little bit tough to do, only being able to strike at the top side of the ball, but I think the appropriate speed here will, get out there for the 5 ball. All right.
So how you hitting this here? I'm just stunning over. A little bit of just kind of stun over. Take that 1 and then the 4. I don't like using top. It can get weird.
I like just slightly above center, kind of smooth it in. Just like that.
Man.
But once again, it's all preference of how you like to play that shot, what you feel more comfortable with. Don't get treetops. Yep, that's good. Nothing impeding on it. Might have to draw over to the rail. I don't know. He's pretty straight. He may end up drawing right back close to where he's at right now.
Big shot here for Dylan.
Yeah, trick here is just not trying to fabricate something more than necessary. Make sure you pot this ball and trust your partner. Maybe they have to take on a tight proximity shot. A little tougher shot there. I like that. Showing some trust in your partner.
Yeah, I think for me, I think he has this pocket, and for me, I'm going this way all day on this shot.
I think he's going to slow roll this, and if it doesn't go, it's hung up, but
Nice shot, Martine.
Puts it away. Dylan's trust was not misplaced. Nice shot from Martin there. Big game there. Very big game, not letting them get onto the hill and getting within striking distance.
Have these guys been playing going on 4 hours now? Coming down to the wire. I like it that way.
Yeah, I like their decision making and trusting in their partners, and not trying to do too much. And I think that's where like the majority of mistakes in Scotch is made, is trying to get your partner too good and overworking the cue ball a bit. Looks like a dry break.
Well, this one's a little tough. I don't see a shot on solid, so I'm probably taking stripes. I think you can cut this 13 and break that 12 out right now. And then you got the 9 sitting right there.
Being elevated up over that ball makes this a tough shot, but boy.
Yeah, missed the breakout, missed the shot. So Kyle and David a chance to answer. And a chance at the hill.
Yeah, still a lot of work to be done within this rack, but fortunate to have an opportunity after breaking dry.
It's very possible they can shoot that 12 in the corner without breaking it out.
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering, is if that was available or not.
I like Kyle's idea of breaking it out. It could go, but with him trying to break that out, I think it's pretty tight.
Wondering if you can still see the 13 there or not.
That's a little window. Yeah.
Looks like it. I was going to say, if you can pinch that into the rail and get over into that 12, should get into it. Definitely broke it out. 14 ball still should go. 2 different pockets at the least. He's going to try and get him on it right now. Yeah. I think you have to save that 15 ball for your key ball just because of the way the 8 ball is laying. Really only has that bottom right corner pocket available, but
yeah, you got a couple little windows for that 15. I mean, you could shoot this, what is that, the 14 right now, and kind of come into the 7. You'll get a pretty steep angle on that 12 though, but this will, taking the 15 now will shorten that angle up on your 14.
Nice control there. You got to draw back through the 7 a little bit. Yeah. Got into it pretty steep, but I think David's pretty favored to pot this ball. It just becomes a little bit of what are you doing with the cue ball?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get above the 8 somehow if you're trying to make it. Otherwise, you're kind of trying to break it out right now. We were talking earlier too about being invested in racks, and I think they gotta go for it here.
I think he's gonna, yeah, definitely play into the 8 from here, just because. Oh, great effort. Yeah, I think he was trying to do like what you were saying and trying to get wide of the 8 and be up table, hitting the ball a little bit thicker to create that wider angle. Led to the ball not quite going in, but that 7 ball where it's laying, the 6 and the 2, it's still a tough rack.
Looking to play safe here. That's smart. The 12 is in the pocket though, and he might be able to get a jump shot on that.
Yeah,
He's got a window right there.
I think he was trying to put 2 balls in front of it too.
I don't think Kyle jumps though, but I think on this one he may. Yeah, I don't think Kyle uses a jump cue.
Gotcha.
A jump shot is a very smart move right there.
Yeah.
Yep, taking care of that 2-6 early. That's smart. I think if you can make that 4, I think you can maybe. No, it doesn't look like the 7 will go in that side very easily. So that is going to be a problem. You can take it up table.
I think playing the 3 into the 7 or the 1 into the 7 and kind of breaking it out of there.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure something out with that ball.
Yeah, because that's a. But first handle in business of the 6 and the 2. I think he's likely to end up somewhere near the spot here, getting onto that 3 ball. Oh, he's putting inside into it, so he's going up above.
Yeah, I liked what you were saying there. Get below and kind of take care of that 7 and that 3 right now.
Yeah, I mean, he can still do so with the 1 ball. Here, it's just you're not going to get as much movement out of the 7 with the 1 ball. It's going to still stay pretty close to that side pocket. And and you're kind of back cutting into that angle, and it gets a little bit. But he may just elect to just take the 4 and draw up into the 7 and nudge it there because he has lots of available balls. Lots of different options that he can choose to do here. It's just whatever he feels most comfortable with. Yeah.
I think he's going to get safe here. He has to slow down. Yep, he's going to get safe here. Yeah, I like the idea of coming back, taking care of that 3-7 right now. I mean, and even if you don't get good shape on that 3, the 1's right there.
It's a long jump shot from here. You just shoot this kick straight at the back of that corner pocket, and you're likely to make it. It'll bend just around the 8 ball there. It's about 3 inches before the side pocket, 2.5 inches, somewhere in there. Just like that. Oh, don't follow it. All right. Oof.
Kick right there by David.
Great kick.
Something you could add to your highlight reel, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the score being what it is, that puts David and Kyle on the hill in this second set. Dylan and Martine got some work to do. Still very much in this match. We'll get a game here, put a little pressure on, and you can get one more game until hill.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, you can't think about the score anymore. You just got to be focused on this one game, whatever strategy or pattern that you can do to get out. Got to play tight. You're probably going to see a little bit more of a conservative play. Not swinging as much generally, but who knows? Everybody's style is a little different. I like the little fist bump there, even though they're in the down position, still remaining positive.
Nice break. Ball on the break. Pretty open table.
A little congestion right there.
A couple problems, yeah. Right in the middle of the table, and that bottom right become an issue.
Honestly, though, if you can make this 13 into the side from right here and get on to the 15, I think this rack...
you get a game, yeah.
Yeah, this rack becomes pretty workable.
Gotta be careful here that you don't fall behind that 4 ball.
Yeah, I think he's got to throw this ball in a little bit, so it's going to run fuller into the 6, and the 6 will kind of go above the 4, but we'll see how it...
Yeah, that'll work.
Very, very nicely done.
Yeah, I think that kind of confirms the 14 goes in that corner. The way Dylan had looked at it.
Yeah, I think he's would likely want to get onto the 14 from here. Kind of finishing by the 2nd and 3rd diamond on that long rail.
Ball needs to go.
Unless there's the window. I don't think the window's quite... I mean, you need to be like right here. Yeah, I think that 7 ball's impeding on that shot.
He's calling it.
He's going to masse a little bit.
Yeah, he's calling it. He's going for it.
For the match right here. It's really's got to go. Ooh, there was...
Shot, Dylan. Nice shot.
Fantastic shot.
So got some work to do here. I think if you're gonna play it safe, I think you just take this ball up table.
Yeah, I think playing with inside English, kind of coming here, checking it close back into here, because I think he's going to be kind of going a little bit wide. You don't want to cross this line when you're kind of playing that positional play, because then you're kind of carrying away from the 8 ball.
I don't know exactly how he's feeling, but like sometimes, I mean, if you're feeling it right, you can take this bank and it'll leave the cue ball, right kind of where you need to be. It's a gamble for sure. Yeah, see, because you are going away from that pocket, like you were saying, the check, but it's tough to control the speed when you come out here and you're checking back. It's tough to control that speed.
Yeah, he's actually with the speed that he's gonna play, he's probably gonna end up like right about in here if he gets right. Oh, he's going way wide. Don't get hooked. Ooh. He leaves
him a shot. I mean, I wonder if he's going to try to cut this in and see where it goes. I mean, with the score where it's at right now, like you got to play kind of conservative, but
yeah, and
at the same time, see, he's calling it. He's going to go for this cut, the bottom left corner.
There's not much reward unless he can draw into this 3-5. Yeah, I just don't think he can. I think it's best he can hope for here is thinning it, checking it up, and having it check up here and come back out and around. But man, that's a tall order.
Yeah, like with a shot like this, like if I'm gonna cut that, like I'll typically try to play that with some outside English because it'll help throw that ball in, and I feel more natural making shots that way, and that would put him into that 3-5. And if he can kind of stop right there. Oh, Dylan.
Oh, no. Yeah, I think he was just trying to just be above that pocket, but...
Yeah, Patrick in the comments says I like the bank. I mean, I like the bank there on that 11, right? You just draw back a little bit, and you got the ball up table. You're right there for the 8. But an opportunity here for David and Kyle.
Yeah, just work out these last 6 balls and the 8 ball for the match. Don't think that he wanted to get into that ball there, but should still be okay. Maybe he didn't like where that 7 ball was at and wanted to kind of reposition it some, but I like taking the 6 ball on here. It was kind of the odd duck for being in good position to keep control of things.
A little heavy on the draw, but I like trickling up, going for this 4 next.
Lots of options here. You can draw back, you can roll forward. That's a nice speed control. Should be able to roll. Well,
I don't know where he's at. He might be below that 4, so he might have to take that 2 in that bottom right corner.
Yeah, he might be a little bit straight.
Follow it with a little bit of inside English and come back out for the 2 in the side. Yeah, and play it safe, take it in the corner.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Martin quick to the table.
I can't even speak right now.
$10-9.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of slow rolling it up, right? Taking the 2 down. He was a little short, and the scratch was kind of there. And Kyle's looking at that ball like, how did you not fall? That scratch was kind of there, right? You can just kind of hit this point and just fall in. So that's definitely in his head. Try to cheat the pocket just a little bit so he didn't scratch, and left Martin a shot on the 8.
Man.
Yeah, I definitely like taking that ball on the side and with some inside English and just coming out this way for the 2. I don't know how, I don't think that 8 was in play that much, but they shot what they shot, and we got a 10-9 game. Dylan and Martin are still in it. I'm sure they are very grateful for that. Patrick Nick says D-Rama.
Yeah. Well, and that can be such a momentum factor this late in the set where tension, cue ball coming in. Where tension just is there, you're having pressure happening, knowing that you're on the stream, all those little things, like the closer it gets to the end of this set, you're just going to see the pressure mounting.
And I think a dry break again. What's up with all these dry breaks, Trevor?
I'm so sorry. I made a comment about how well they were breaking, and then next thing you know, haven't made a ball since. So apologize profusely. Quite a bit of congestion in that center of table. No clear cut suit really here, just with that 12 ball in its location is difficult. I guess that's not the 12, the one that's just above the side pocket there. This guy here it's definitely manageable. You can get into it and chip it out, but now we've got other.
Yeah, I think Dylan was hoping for a better result with the 13 and the 12 on that breakout. So you still have a couple new problems. You can use that 9 to break that 13 out. I think, that's your problem. He looks pretty straight on this 9. I wonder if he can kind of cheat it in and break that 13 out now. Have a shot on the 10. But yeah, that 12 ball, or what is that? That's the 11 ball right there on the rail that you were talking about. Kind of an issue.
Yeah. If he can get on this 13 by the 3 here. Oh, no, he's a lot straighter than I thought.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm calling the 11 right there. Kind of trade places with that 6 ball. Calling it just for good measure.
I think having the cue ball end up down into this area is ideal for.
Oh, nice kick by the cue ball.
Yeah.
That changes things quite a bit.
Yes, it does.
I think a good shot here. You got some problems, but I think a good shot here would be to draw into that stripe and kind of make it and leave the cue ball right there. But
depending on how you feel kicking, I think kicking at it this direction with enough speed just to pocket it and leave the cue ball.
It'll leave the 7 there too, which is one thing I was wondering too, like where's that 7 going to go? And you don't want it to end up in this field.
Oh, I'm talking about soft kicking it, just so that way, like I'd call the safe, not going for the pot there. And,
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about just cutting it in, yeah? It's going for broke.
Ooh. Yeah, no, I was talking about kind of kicking hitting that 7 and drawing into the stripe to pocket the stripe, and then kind of letting the 7 come out somewhere over here, and just leaving the cue ball down there. Because that stripe is a ball they can use to break out. Now the rack's looking pretty open, right? They only have that 13.
Yeah. I do like that shot.
You could take that 11 in the corner right now and break these balls out.
I just don't think you need to break them out. I think that if you can get on this 10 in the correct line I think this ball goes into the side pocket here. It looks like there's enough of a distance there, but he might be playing the combo. Combo's not ideal because it's traveling over near the 5 ball.
Yeah, that 13, if you're going to take that combo, I think that 13 is going to get stuck by that 5. Which is just going to create more issues. It's going to become a chess battle that you may not even need. You may be able to get out here.
Yeah, I like him looking at this line here because if he can't get above the shot line on the 10 into the side and he's below it, he can draw back over into those balls as well. The safety net of that ball up by the corner pocket. Yeah, it looks like he's pretty straight on this.
Well, if the 13 doesn't have a pocket, you can break it out right here.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Oh, no.
That ball bent right into that side pocket, man.
Oh. To re-quote Patrick from a minute ago, drama and for sure. I don't know if that 5 goes by the 1. Yeah, definitely.
I like this idea here. If you can make that 7 right now. I think the only way you can really get that out. I mean, you could break it out, but you don't know where balls are going to land. But this is more control. You have your table set, your layout set, and then you can do this and hopefully replace the 7 with the 1 ball.
I kind of like pocketing the 1 in the bottom corner and drawing into the 5 and chipping up by the side. Oh my goodness. Well. Oof.
Now I wonder, I don't think it goes, but I wonder if you were talking about distance between those 2 balls. I wonder if it goes there. Dylan's looking at it right now. He's looking for the breakout.
Yeah. Seeing if the carom's on. I foresee him kind of playing inside to try and run into these, but if he ends up getting long here, then the carom's available. Could go the other way, but even running into those balls, you're not guaranteed any sort of a look, that's for sure. Needs to slow down.
What are you doing? What are you doing right here?
I'm going to go cry into my pillow. Probably kicking or banking the 11 down here close to that and leaving the cue ball up table. I don't know, man. This is a tough situation. I might push the 8 into the 2. Just slow distance there. Just trying to
Look at him. Look at him go. He didn't quite get it.
Yeah, just because the 3 ball is tough as it is for them. I'm guessing he's going to elect to try and pocket this and get into it.
Yeah, take the 3 here. 5, 7, 1.
Yeah.
Patrick also liked your shot selection, pushing the 8 into the 2.
Yeah, I think
active here in the chat.
Yeah, I think when you're playing a ball into the ball there, it's better to try and hit it in a way that they kind of stay together. But tough from that distance to get the speed just right on that. It was a good, solid effort for sure. Didn't really have a good option there. That was just kind of a try and make it complicated. I think I would have liked to be a little bit further up on this because now it's a pretty full ball that you're having to play draw and being close to the rail. It's a little bit hard to control that angle. You may actually play the cue ball into this point first into the 7. Oh, no.
Still a look on the 1 here.
Oof.
I think the 1 is potable from this position.
Yeah, I think it's heading right into the 8, top side of the 8 with a natural roll.
You missed it.
on the rail and straight.
I don't know, dude. I think he's got a little bit of an angle here. Oh, that's the wrong line. I think he's got a little bit of an angle here. No, Dylan says he's straight, but he's got an angle.
Yeah,
not very much, and he's on the rail.
Yeah, unless you were bending this line, coming in here, and then coming around 3 rails.
Well, I think he has enough angle to maybe hit somewhere down here, which is kind of sketchy. You know, that's going right towards that side pocket if you go. This is a huge shot right here, dude.
Yeah.
Dylan doesn't like it, but he has to deal with it, so we'll see what he comes up with.
What do you think about banking this ball?
Trevor. Oh, man.
I mean, if he's dead straight, I'm just thinking of other options, but like, look at this.
Look at this. Come on, ball. What a shot, Dylan.
The chat should be going wild. 53 people here watching that great shot. What pressure. Look at that. Fantastic.
Woo!
Oh, indeed. Hill with that.
Yeah,
look at that. Pounding on the chest. The heart's beating. We got to get this shared out there for the Hill match. That's for sure.
Dylan and Martine are just looking at each other like, what is going on right now? That was an insane shot. Huge shot. Patrick Nix in the chat. Shot of the match.
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah. That shot to get you on the hill. That's with nerves pumping and heart pumping. It's hard to put that good of a stroke on it. Nice shot, Dylan.
I'm just saying, if you'd have left your line there, you bent that cue ball here, and then you went straight line.
Yeah.
Pretty close, Trevor. I actually got this shot up here again on the YouTube. I get to watch it again.
Hill drama. See how the break unfolds.
Dylan miscues on the break.
Yeah, his adrenaline's pumping after that big stroke on the last one. Oh my goodness. What drama. Man, they have not made a ball on the break since I made that comment. I am never going to say such a thing again.
Just gonna stay quiet.
I'm gonna just stay quiet. I'm a quiet commentator from here on out. No more commendation. All right, what do we got for the final rack of this set? Looks like his really only options are solids. Could take the 9 on, but I just don't see that as...
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah.
But the 8 ball is in a good position for solids. You got a ball in the pocket. Got the 4 ball in a good position. You got to get on that 2.
Yeah, that 2 and that 6 are about the only 2 balls that have tighter windows.
You could take care of the 2 right now. You can get shape on that 2 right now.
Into which pocket? Into the 5?
Down here.
Oh, okay. He's on the 6. One problem is getting resolved. He might take the 7 here and get a little bit below that shot line and not have to be involved with the 15 ball there. I know he kind of would likely like to lead the 7 as kind of a safety net shot for shape onto the 8 ball, but I think it's the shot here is getting a little bit better on the 6, stopping it. Yeah, Patrick making the comment that the 8's the toughest ball, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think if you can get on the 4 here straight in or with a little bit of a cut, go 4-5-2, but I don't think he quite got there for the 4 ball.
Yeah, you got a really, really small window to get on that 4 this way if you like to draw back. I don't like that. I mean, man, this is tough right here. You could kind of try to draw through this window, right, and hope to land somewhere over here and have an option. Or just follow. I mean, I would probably follow here rather than draw, kind of like he's doing. But just like that. Got a little bit of an angle on that 2. Going to take him away from the 4.
Big shot here.
Yeah, kind of.
The match right here, like in this set, like you got to be. Is he rolling forward?
Yeah, I think he's going to come back out for the 4 in that bottom corner. He gets straight. That's perfect. I think that's a perfect.
Wow, what a shot. I thought he didn't have that much of an angle. Nah, don't get tricky, Dylan.
Just make the ball, man.
Just stop the shot here. I think he's got a little bit of angle. That's why he's going to go on the rail and back out. I don't know. He's rolling forward. Wow. Wow. What? Here we go for the... They're going to record the shot.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. It looks like it goes clean all day.
I was just watching an instructional video, and one way you can tell on these shots is if the cue ball goes to the left of the 8, it had to have been a good hit. If it goes to the right of the 8, you had to have hit the other ball first.
Clean all day. Hill table run after a dry break. Dylan and Martine come back from 10-8 to win the second set. Dylan and Martine win both sets.
Wow. What a match to be commentating for. Thanks for promoting it and everybody else for tuning in. Great job, Dylan and Martin. David and Kyle also came up with some great shots too. That 3-rail follow-through of Dylan, though, shot of the match for sure to get him the chance to get onto the hill to have that opportunity. So
incredible. Yeah, if you all you guys watching want to do something like this or want to create a challenge match, I mean, reach out to Trevor and I, and I may make you a flyer and get you going.
Definitely. All right, guys. Well, everybody have a good evening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right, good night.